Today, I gave Bronny LeBron's attributes, and I'm going to sim the rest of his career to see, can he become the actual GOAT? Let's get into it. All right, so we gave 21-year-old Bronny all of LeBron's stats, and he comes in as a 92 overall, and he's only 21. Now, I am going to move his position because he's 6'2". He doesn't need to be playing power forward. We'll put him as a guard. I guess we'll go shooting guard. Okay, so that does bump him down to a 91, but he's only 21, so give him a player progression, he's probably up to a 95. I mean, he's paired up with Luka. They're both pretty young. They have Austin Reeves, Cameron Carr, Walker Kessler. They have a shot at making the playoffs this first year, and I'm going to sim. Now, it's not really looking like it. Maybe a play-in team. It is only the first month. I'll switch the team, the user team, so that way I don't have to manage the Lakers. So we're in January. They're 8th in the conference. They're a 500 win team, and they're looking to make a little push right now. They're 7th. All right, so it's a trade deadline. They're 6th in the conference, 25 and 24. Let's check out Bronny. Bronny's up to a 92. He's averaging 23. So he goes from 2.3 to 23. Okay, so his contract is only a year, 2.3 million. So he could sign with somebody else. I'm not 100% sure if he has an option. I doubt he has the rookie option or whatever. The Warriors are first. That's crazy. If he goes and signs with like the Timberwolves or the Thunder, he might have a chance to get some rings. But I'm just gonna sim to the end of the season, and then I'll check back in. All right, so it's the end of the season. Shea gets MVP. He had 34 a game. Darius Acuff had 31 as a rookie. Braden Burries had 16. He was the 6th man of the year. Wemby had 24 and 11 with DPOY. Neemias Queta got 9 a game and most improved. Darius Acuff got clutch. Steve Kerr and the Warriors with like 38-year-old Curry, 62 wins. That's ridiculous. Let's see, did Bronny even make it close? No, Bronny didn't make it. And we also did not make the playoffs. We finished 37 and 45, 3 games out of the play-in. Bronny averaged 22, so he did dip down a little bit. I thought we were going to make it because, well, I guess I can't go to the calendar, but we went on like it was a really bad losing streak. And then out of nowhere, we won like 12 games in a row, and we got up to like the 9th seed. So I was like, maybe there's a chance, but didn't happen. So I'll sim the playoffs. I do need to switch the team so I don't have to manage any of this. Wemby gets finals MVP. They beat the Magic. I'll switch the team really quick. All right, so I switched to the Nets because they're like the worst team in the league, and it doesn't matter if I mess them up. So let's see, do the Lakers get a pick? I don't remember them having a pick this year. Oh, shoot, they have the 10th pick. Yeah, so they have the 10th pick. They could get someone nice. They ended up getting Zach Frank. He's a forward. He's a 74 overall, 20 years old. That's a pretty good pickup for them. Now, I do want to see... Okay, so they have a 2-year team option on Bronny, so he'll stay with the Lakers, but Austin Reeves declined his player option. So that stinks for them. They do lose a key player. Maybe they go get someone in free agency. I'll check really quick. Okay, so the Lakers re-signed Walker Kessler, and they got a bunch of minimal wage. They did get Christian Anderson, another guard. They gave him a 4-year, $170 million op. I do want to check him out. Okay, so he's a 90 overall, and so is Hannes Steinbach. This isn't obviously 2K27, so the 2K27 upload roster is obviously fake and stuff. Ratings aren't right. So that's why there's 4 90 overalls. Player progression, Bronny goes up 2 to a 94. Hopefully Bronny can make a playoff appearance this year. If he can get a ring while on the Lakers, I'd say he has a pretty good chance to get 6+. Because if he can just sign with a good team after the Lakers, or shoot, even just stay with the Lakers, they have a nice little roster going. I will sim to the trade deadline, and then I'll check back there. All right, so it's trade deadline. The Lakers are in 8th in the West. They're 29 and 25. The West is tremendously better than the East. They're 4 games above 500, and they're a play-in team. Let's check out Bronny really quick. Bronny's averaging pretty much the same as last year, 23. He actually averaged 22.8 last year at the trade deadline. I just don't know how they're gonna... I don't know how that team with 490 overalls is a play-in team. I'll check back in at the end of the season, and hopefully they are like a top 4 seed. If they're a top 4 seed, I'll be very happy. All right, so it's the end of the season. AJ DeBansta is on the Blazers, and he averaged 31 to get MVP. Bryce Hopkins gets Rookie of the Year with 14 a game. Luka is 6th Man of the Year. What are the Lakers doing right now? This is probably the reason they're in the play-in. I do need to check and make sure they are. But Luka as a 6th man, it's very stupid. Wemby gets DPOY with 22 a night. LeBaron Philon Jr. gets 27 a night. Yaxel gets Clutch Play of the Year with 32. Did Bronny. So Hanez makes All-NBA 3rd team. And I would imagine, yeah, nothing else. So they're the 8th seed. That's crazy. Bronny actually finished the year with 23 a night. All right, so Bronny went up in free throw percentage. He had the same amount of minutes per game. What was his 3-point? His 3-point did dip a little bit, and so did his field goal, but he had more boards and the same amount of assists. So that's pretty good for 22, for being 22 years old. I mean, 23 a night. How is this team an 8 seed? I don't know if it's the chemistry. I don't know why the best player is the 6th man, but Bronny needs to get out of LA because clearly they're not running something right. They do make it. They make it out of the play-in. They have to play the 1 seed Spurs. Let's see if they can even make it remotely competitive. They did take game 3. They're down 3-1. Would this be the ultimate Bronny comeback? And no, it's not. They lose 4-2, and the Spurs beat the Knicks in 5. They get their payback. Wemby had 23 a night. All right. So let's go to the draft lottery. Maybe the Lakers can get a good pick. I think, yeah, their pick is, they don't own their pick. It was the 20th, but the Grizzlies have it. So they don't have anybody. Hopefully I would imagine they still pick up Bronny's option. Bronny accepted, and then I guess we'll see what they do in free agency. So they brought back Marcus Smart and re-signed Walker Kessler, but they really just gave a bunch of minimum contract. Player progression. Bronny goes up 3. He's now a 97. So, I mean, he might win 6th Man of the Year this year under the Lakers organization. He does only have a B+ 3-point shooting, and he does have an A+ inside scoring, but I mean, a 97 is a 97. I do wonder if he's the best overall in the league. He's the 2nd best. He's 1 behind Wemby. So he is following pretty close in his footsteps, and LeBron's, if I didn't make myself clear. I mean, he's on to year 4 now. Year 3 with LeBron's attributes, but year 4 total. Still has yet to win a chip. Well, no, this is year 5, right? I don't know. But he's yet to win a championship, and Steph's gonna retire. I'll check back in at the trade deadline. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 200 by September. We've got like 20 days until September. I really think we can get it. It is the trade deadline, and the Lakers are only the 7th seed. They're 3 games above 500. That's crazy, bro. Bronny's still 97. He's only averaging 0.3 more as a 97. He's still getting his minutes. Luka's only getting 27 minutes a night. Hanez is getting some. It might just be the chemistry, because I mean, this isn't a bad team. Like, when basically your whole starting lineup's a 90, I don't know how you can guard that. They are guard heavy. I wonder if Luka would never play the forward. He's too skilled to not play the guard. Maybe this just isn't the right fit for Bronny. I guess we'll see if maybe they can sneak into like a 6 seed, 5 seed. Alrighty, so it's the end of the season. Yaxel Lindenberg wins MVP with 30 a night. Andrew Longley gets Rookie of the Year. Luka is still 6th Man of the Year. This makes no sense, but I might have to change the coach game plan for them next season if he decides to stay with the Lakers. That's a freak deal, bro. That's stupid. Wemby's DPOY. Sergio De Lara gets MIP. Tatum gets Clutch. Mitch Johnson was Coach of the Year. Bronny is not an All-NBA, but they do play in the play-in against the 8 seed Timberwolves. They get the win, so they get to play the Grizzlies, who are the 2 seed. I think this is a team that they could upset. Yeah, they're already up 2-0. Come on. 3-1. 7 seed Lakers are getting hard carried by Bronny right now. And they get to play the 6th seed. This is perfect for them. They win game 1. Warriors tie it up. They do take the lead. This is where we need Bronny to step up. Warriors are up, and they looks like they're gonna take a... Ooh. They made it close at the end. Warriors do end up winning by 10, and they'll go on to the finals and end up winning the chip against the Bucks. Caleb Wilson is on the team. He wins finals MVP. For the sake of Bronny, let's hope that he does not re-sign with the Lakers. The Lakers would get the 19th pick, so I mean, that's a respectable pick at least. It isn't a lottery, but it's all right. Lakers end up picking Courtney Young. He's 6'6". All right, let's see. Bronny ends up... Ooh. So Bronny has a qualifying offer, I would imagine. And Luka's declining his player option. Oh, they didn't even give Bronny a qualifying offer. So he's in free agency. Him and Luka were just like, yeah, I'm getting the heck out of here. Bronny's the top rated player. Let's see where he signs. Bronny has an offer from the Warriors. Yo, he could pair up with Caleb Wilson. They did just win the chip. Bronny is a Warrior. So maybe imagine Luka went there and they both teamed up again. So yeah, they brought in Bronny and Andrew Wiggins, who Andrew Wiggins is probably just a fill player. Let's see what Bronny went up to. He did go down to a 96, but he has Caleb Wilson and Jalen Duren to work around. That's a crazy big three. Now, it's obviously not 490 overalls, but hopefully the management here in Golden State is even just a teensy bit better than the Lakers. Anthony Davis plans to retire. I'll check back in at the trade deadline, but if I see Caleb Wilson at the end of the year gets 6-man, I might quit this and just end the video. Won't post it, but you won't know about this. So if you're watching this video, he does not get 6-man of the year. All right, it's a trade deadline. Warriors are the 4 seed, 28 and 23. It is technically better than last year. They were the 7 seed, but they did win the finals as a 7 seed. Bronny's averaging 31 a game. He could get MVP. I mean, those are MVP numbers. 31, 6, and 8 on 40% three-point shooting, 57% field goal, 75% free throw. That's pretty bad, but he's getting 38 minutes a game. Caleb Wilson's only averaging 23. Jalen Duren's only averaging 12. His supporting cast isn't great, but he for sure is carrying them right now. So Bronny ended up not getting the MVP. I don't know what his numbers were. Rookie of the Year does go to the Warriors. So the Warriors are just post-Curry era. They are frying right now. Bronny is All-NBA first team, so that's his first one. That's huge for him. They get the 4 seed. They play the Mavericks with Cooper Flag. They tie it. They take the lead with Game 3. It goes to Game 5. They take Game 5. It's a Game 7. Warriors are back and forth, but it looks like they probably will lose this game. Yeah, they lost by 16. So they get first rounded, but much improvement from Bronny this year. Spurs win the title, much improvement, and they got a Rookie of the Year, so he should be able to help them out. Warriors end up getting they don't have their pick. Maybe they could go out and sign somebody. I don't know how much room they have to work with. I don't have to worry about them not re-signing Bronny because he's on like now it would be a 3-year deal. Warriors don't get anybody in free agency, but it's player progression time. Bronny's up to a 99 overall. He gets his mid-range up to a B+, but he's still a B+ three-point shooter. Caleb Wilson's a 98 overall. I better see 73 wins next season or this year is a failure. I mean, how can you have a 99 overall and a 98 overall and not be one of the greatest teams ever? It's trade deadline time. Warriors are 3rd. They're 31 and 14. Much better than last year. The West is ridiculous. You got the Blazers, who are already a 41 team. Spurs are about to be there. Bronny is currently he's only averaging 26. A little bit less minutes per game, but Caleb Wilson is averaging 29, so he's kind of stealing some of the show, but he is hurt. He tore his Achilles. He's out for the season. No. And Reed Shepherd broke his leg. Kingston Fleming's averages 35 to get MVP, and yeah, that's about it. I don't really feel like reading the rest. Yeah, so Bronny goes down to All-NBA second team. He did go down to a 98. He only averaged, so he had like a 4-point drop from last year, but his free throw dipped a little. His free throw percentage did go up. I mean, not the season you want to see. They did go up to the 3 seed without Caleb Wilson for most of the year. They play the Grizzlies. They're up 2-0. They end up getting the gentleman's sweep and play the Blazers, who ended up choking away the 1 seed to the Spurs. But this is going to be a tough series. We win Game 1 and 2. They steal Game 3. They tie it up. We take Game 5. Goes into Game 7. Game 7s are the killer for us. We always choke in Game 7s. Warriors are up for a while. Blazers take back the lead. And dang, they're up by like 20. Oof. Lost by 14 that game. Yeah, Game 7s are a kryptonite right now. Darren Peterson and Wemby on the same team. Wemby gets finals MVP. They win in 7. Warriors better hope they have a pick. Spurs get the 2nd pick after winning the chip. That's crazy. Yeah, the Warriors get the 24th pick. I'm going to sim to player progression because Bronny's still under contract. Warriors end up actually signing quite a bit of people. They signed Cameron Boozer. Hold up, I gotta look at this. So the Warriors brought in Cameron Boozer, who's a 99 overall. Bronny James went down to a 96. Mikal Brown, who is another big rookie from this 2026 class, they signed him too, so they got rid of Caleb Wilson. They also bring in Zachary Risache, Kalel Ware, Evan Mobley. They were like, let's get rid of Caleb Wilson and we'll use his money. So they really went all in right there. This could be a legit team. All right, so it's a trade deadline. Warriors are 41-9, and they're the 1 seed right now. Bronny's only averaging 22 a game. That's his lowest since his rookie year. That's stupid. He's getting the same amount of minutes as last year, but Risache's up to an 89. Boozer's averaging 25. Where's Mikal Brown? Mikal Brown's even hurt, and he's still not getting those minutes. You got to do what you got to do to win games, so I wouldn't be complaining, If they can get a ring and somehow he can make All-NBA, that's 3 All-NBAs and a ring in his first 5 years. That's pretty good. So Cam Boozer actually does win MVP with 26, 10, and 6. Anybody else? Steve Kerr is still coaching us. 68 wins, almost a 70-win team. Cam Boozer, All-NBA first team. Can we get All-NBA third team? We sneak in All-NBA third team, get the 1 seed. It's time to go to work in the playoffs. If we go to game 7, it might be wraps, but hopefully we don't even have to get there. I'm going to just go ahead and sim the round. We sweep the Suns, play the Blazers, who ended our seasons a couple years ago. Might have been last year. We sweep them. This is our chance. We play the Mavs. Okay, I accidentally simmed the round, but we came away with the dub. Cam Boozer gets Western Conference Finals MVP, and we end up playing the Hawks. Hannes Steinbach was on the Lakers team that Bronny was on, and he's carrying the Hawks right now. We take game 1 and game 2. They steal game 3, but we end up taking the lead 3-1. Can we close it out? And that's Bronny's first ring. Bronny actually gets Finals MVP with 26, 5, and 10. Bro was ballin'. Now, I do need to check. He might be... I'm not 100% sure on his contract. I think he still has 1 more year left, but I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he has 1 more year left. Warriors end up bringing in Jalen Williams and Dalen Swain. How did they get the cap space? So this team is stacked. So they ended up just adding on. I think they got rid of Jalen Duren. His contract was probably huge. And they get to bring in Dalen Swain and Jalen Williams. This is a stacked starting 5. And you got Noah Clowney and Evan Mobley on the bench. They're pretty lengthy. It's a bunch of forwards, mostly. Player progression. Bronny's still 96. His 3-point does go up to A-, so that should help his points per game. I expect nothing less than a ring coming home back to Golden State this year, and I mean, the only way I would consider it a success otherwise is if he wins MVP, but we want that ring. Nobody brags about having 8 MVPs and 0 chips, It's the trade deadline, and the Warriors are 45-4. They have the 1 seed. Bronny's averaging 24. It is an improvement from last year. His 3-point percentage did jump up 3% from last year. His free throw went up 3, but Dalen Swain's a 90, Cam Boozer's a 99. Man, Mikal Brown can just not stay healthy. So Bronny ends up not getting the MVP. It does go to his teammate, who he definitely deserves it. He had 30 and 10. Anybody else? We get Coach of the Year again with 71 wins. Right there on the verge of breaking the record. Dang, no way we don't get another All-NBA. It's alright though, we get the 1 seed. If we can get another ring, I'm gonna simulate the round. We play the Rockets. We're up 2-0. Really, no team except for the Spurs and Mavs. Yeah, that makes sense. Should win a game. We're up 1-0. They steal it and tie it. Take the lead. We send it to game 5. Uh-oh. This is an elimination game. We're up. It's back and forth for a little bit. I think we do end up taking the lead. We win by 9. Closer than we wanted. But this is game 7. Back and forth for a little bit. We lose by 7. That's crazy. They end up going on to sweep the Bulls and get the finals. Obviously not the season you want, but I mean, this team is stacked, so we should be a contender every year. All right, so it is team player options, which I would imagine Bronny's in there. He's not, so he could sign with somebody else. They might have extended him. Oh yeah, he's a free agent. Unless they offer him a qualifying offer. Yeah, he's a free agent. They don't have the money for him. And I don't blame them for not sticking with him, because They have Cameron Boozer. So he is about to go to the Spurs. Dude, what are you doing? I can't really defend you anymore. He's literally joining the team that knocked them out. He's pulling a KD right now. I mean, you got to get the rings. You got to get the rings. He's better than Wemby and Dylan Harper. This team is stacked, bro. Oh my gosh. The amount of great teammates he's played with. He's a 96. His inside scoring does go down a little bit. You have 7'6" Victor Wembanyama. How do you not win? Have to win a ring. I forgot to check his contract. I would imagine it's a couple years. I think it was 4 years. Yeah, it's a 4-year, $272 million deal. They have Wemby for 2 more years, Dylan Harper for this last year, and Jaden Quintance for this last year. So really, and Stephon Castle, I mean, they have LaMelo Ball as their 7th best player, Ron Holland as their 8th, OG is their 10th best player. They have to win the chip. It's a trade deadline, and the Spurs are the 1 seed, 40-7, with the Warriors only 2 games behind them. So they're battling for first place right now, but I mean, this team is stacked. And they still have a couple injuries, unless they're doing that stupid coach game plan again. He's averaging 22, 54 from field goal. He's really dipping in all categories right now. I mean, if he gets a ring, it's all worth it. Cam Boozer still wins MVP with 29, 11, and 6. Do we get Coach of the Year? We do get Coach of the Year, 72 and 10. And we miss out on All-NBA. Get the 1 seed though. Play the Thunder. I expect a sweep. They actually steal game 2. We're up 3-1. End up playing the Mavericks. We tie it up at 1. We take game 3. We're also up 3-1 in this series. And we end up playing Bronny's old team, the Golden State Warriors. This is the true challenge. Did he make the right decision? Warriors take game 1. We tie it up. We're up 2-1. They tie it up. Send it to game 5. Oh no, this is an elimination game. This is how it was last year too. They end up winning by 11. Send it to game 7. This is for all the marbles. This is how it was last year. The Warriors won game 6, sent it to a game 7, ended up losing. Cam Bronny clutch up. They're up pretty big. It's a 6-point game with 43 seconds left. We end up winning by 4, really close. Wemby gets Western Conference Finals MVP. We end up playing the Bulls. Spurs played them last year, swept them. Can we get another dub? We're up 3-0. If they come back, I'm actually gonna cry. Wemby gets Finals MVP with 25, 9, and 4. So that's his 2nd ring. We got a ways to go until he can be in some GOAT debates. Let's go to free agency. Let's see if they sign anybody. So they end up signing Yaxel Lindenberg, which, I mean, with the space that they had from a couple of their players leaving. Yeah, so they have Yaxel. Bronny went down to a 93. Dang. Dylan Harper, Wemby, Axel, they re-signed Jaden Quintance to a 4-year deal. Stephon Castle's still there. Dude, this team is so stacked. We really need a pretty big year from him. If we can just average, 27, 4, and 8, that's a pretty good season. For sure need an All-NBA appearance. And, I mean, obviously another ring. It's a trade deadline. Spurs are in first with 42 and 4. The Warriors did drop to the 7th seed after last year. Thunder up to 40 and 11. Bronny is averaging, dang, he took a massive drop. He's only averaging 17 a game with 4 boards and 5 assists. His 3-point is so bad. 33 a night with 74 free throw percentage. His minutes did drop by like 4. But, I mean, this team is all 90 overalls. And you got an 89, an 88, an 86, 86, 84, 83, 82 on your bench. Their bench could be a legit playoff team by itself. Darren Peterson wins MVP with 27 a game. And we get Coach of the Year again, actually breaking the record, 74 and 8. We're 99 overall all across the board as a team. We're up 2 games, and we get the sweep against the Clippers in round 1. We end up playing the old team again. Can we sweep them is the real question. They steal game 3. We're up 3-1. Get the dub. End up playing the Mavs in the conference finals. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. Can we get the sweep? We get the sweep. We have to play the Hawks and Hannes Steinbach. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. Going for the sweep. We get it. Wemby gets MVP with 22, 10, and 6. That's a 3rd ring for Bronny. So he has 3 rings, a finals MVP, 9 All-Stars, 1 All-NBA first team, 1 second team All-NBA, and 1 third team All-NBA. So he is for sure not the same level as LeBron. So the Spurs, they signed AJ DeBansta. They must have gotten, Wemby might not even be there anymore. Oh, he is. This team just gets better and better. They have AJ DeBansta, Yaxel Lindenberg, Wemby, Dylan Harper, Bronny, Jaden Quintons. That's 690 overalls. This is the Avengers. AJ DeBansta's still looking for his first ring, so maybe he can get it. Bronny he actually does go up to a 94. He's 29. I say if this is LeBron, we got a lot more years left. We got like 11 years left. Luka plans to retire. All right, so Hannes Steinbach won MVP. Ricardo Chavez gets Rookie of the Year. We go 75-7. We didn't get an All-NBA. Get the 1 seed, though. Bronny finished the year with 17 a game. We play the Lakers, Bronny's OG team. They take game 3. They tie it up. They're giving us a little more trouble than we expected. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We get out of there with the dub. We play the Mavs. We're up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 going for the sweep. We're in the finals again. I expected nothing less, and we still gotta play Hannes Steinbach, who's looking for his first ring after getting upset by the Spurs like the past 2 or 3 years. They take game 1, we tie it up, we force a game, well obviously we force a game 4, but they force a game 5. We're up 3-2, and we get another ring. That's our 3rd straight. Wemby averages 19, 8, and 4, and that is Bronny's 4th ring, I believe. Yeah, he has 4 rings, 10 All-Stars. I mean, he already has as many rings as Bron does. So, it is in the conversation. But then again, Wemby is also in the GOAT conversation right now because he's carried them to the playoffs every year. Spurs didn't really bring back anybody, or they didn't. I don't even know if they could bring back anybody or sign anybody. But they're still stacked. Bronny's a 94. I don't know if he went up or down. He stayed the same. And, this team's still really good. AJ did go down 2. Yaxel went down 2. Harper went down 1. Boozer gets like I don't even know how many MVPs this is, but he gets another MVP with 25 a game. He has 4 MVPs. And I would imagine, we get Coach of the Year with 71 wins again. Yeah, so Bronny did not get an All-NBA. I forgot to check that. But we get the 1 seed. Play the Blazers. I'm just going to simulate the round. We sweep them. We play LeBron's OG team. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0, going for the sweep. We've slept our way to the Western Conference Finals. We play the Mavs. We play them every year, except this time they take game 1. We tie it up. We're up 2-1. They send it to game 5. They're actually up. This is an elimination game. Starting off pretty strong. We end up winning by 20. Game 7, winner go home. This is for the finals. Starting off all right. Take the lead. Heading into the 4th, and we end up winning pretty big. Wemby gets Western Conference Finals MVP with 19 a game. We have to play the Sixers. That's a new face. They haven't been pretty competitive in a while. We win game 1. They win game 2. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we get our 4th or 5th straight ring. Wemby is, I think I'd rather claim Wemby as the GOAT, but according to this 29-4. Yeah, that's Bronny's 5th ring. Wemby has 9 rings. That's absolutely crazy. He's won 5 straight. He won 26, 27, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Much better than Bronny's. Spurs end up bringing in Darren Peterson. I can't remember if he was on the Spurs at one point. Yeah, he was on the Spurs because I remember facing up against him. I guess they didn't re-sign him. I thought he was still under contract, but I guess he wasn't. Where did he go? Okay, so I did end up finding him. He signed a 4-year, $291 million contract with the Raptors. He's definitely going to have to show that he can carry. Scotty Barnes is still there, but he's pretty old. They got Melvin Knox. He's 86. It's all right. It's definitely not the Avengers cast that was in San Antonio. Even if he can somehow make it to the finals, he'll still probably have to play the Spurs, and I just don't know if he can do that. All right, it's a trade deadline. Raptors are the 9 seed, 21-29. This is not the Spurs that he's used to. He's averaging 31 a game. That's ridiculous. 41% from 3, 76% from free throw, close to 60% from the field. I mean, this is MVP type stats. All right, so Hannes Steinbach went to the Heat and got MVP. Do we get... Bronny got Clutch Player of the Year with 31, 7, and 6. Bronny gets an All-NBA first team. Okay, so they're the 9 seed. Maybe we can... Raptors get eliminated. They didn't really draft anybody to help them. Yeah, so really, the only person they brought in is Frederick, and he's not even that good. Bronny stayed the same, so really, we're still looking at a play-in team. Keaton Wagler wins MVP with 26, 7, and 10. Can we get an All-NBA? We get All-NBA second team. He averaged 26, 6, and 6. The real question is, do they make the playoffs? They're the 8 seed. They have to win a play-in. Uh-oh. Dang, they end up losing in the play-in. So it's not looking too good for Bronny. I think he's... I don't know how old he is right now. The Hawks finally get the ring that they've been chasing for years. I'm going to check how old Bronny is really quick. He's 33, still got a couple years left. I'm gonna sim to player progression again. Raptors don't really bring in much. I mean, yeah, not really anybody good. They do bring in Jamie Wembanyama, which that name is so used, like it's so overused in the auto draft. But yeah, he's hard carrying right now. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He's still 94, but I would expect the same exact results until they can make some major change. All right, so Cameron Bouger gets MVP, and can we get an All-NBA? We get an All-NBA second team, get the 7 seed, so yeah, same thing. We lose, oh my goodness. We sneak in as the 8 seed. We do have to play the Hawks. We win game 1, they tie it up. We're down 2-1. Yeah, we're gonna have to the LeBron special. We end up losing 4-1, and that's probably how the next year will look too, unless they add some superstar. Yeah, so really, the only people the Raptors added was Bilal Coulibaly, and he's at 80 overall. Not the best. Bronny does go up 1 to a 95. He's still going up at 34. His contract is ridiculous. That's probably why they can't sign anybody. 1 year, $77 million? That's crazy. But yeah, probably anywhere from the 7 to 10 seed. I wouldn't even really be shocked if they didn't make the play-in. Keaton Wagler wins his second MVP. They did get the 10 seed. We win both games and make the 8 seed. We do play the Sixers. We'll probably get swept, but we're down 3-0. Yeah, we got swept. Wouldn't expect anything less. Lakers win the chip. Alexander Kiba gets finals MVP. Now, Bronny is a free agent this year, so maybe go sign with somebody good and get another ring. Yeah, he's a 95 still, 35 years old. He is going back to the Lakers for a 3-year, he's going back for a 3-year, $229 million deal. His player salary is $72 million. Yeah, so the Lakers are not bad. They've got 2 pretty good centers and a nice forward. And really, Bronny can really take charge because he has... I might move him to point guard and move him... Yeah, I'm going to switch Shane Strickland to shooting guard, and he can run the point. And we can run the offense all through him. His 3-point does go up to A+. Okay, so I moved Bronny to point guard, and he does go down to a 94, but that allows him to, kind of take control. Okay, so it's a trade deadline, and the Lakers are the 1 seed. They're 40-7. He's averaging 29, 85 from free throw, 41 from 3-point, 55 from the field. Arguably his best year. And there you have it. Bronny gets his first MVP. He had 29, 6, and 7. 56 from the field, 85 from free throw, 42 from 3. We get a 6th man of the year and coach of the year. Bronny gets an All-NBA first team. We take game 1. They tie it up. We're down 2-1 to the 8 seed Grizz. Oh my gosh. If we lose this, we're down 3-1 to the 8 seed Grizzlies. Elimination game. We might lose this. Okay. We win game 5. We've got to complete the true comeback. Okay, we win game 6 by 20. We force it to a game 7. Can we complete the 3-1 comeback? Oh my goodness. It's a 4-point game with 37 seconds left. We're hopping in. All right, there's 15 seconds left. Lakers have the ball. He shoots a tough 3, misses. We get the board back. We put up another 3, and it's green. We're only down by 1 with 8 seconds left. Grizzlies call a timeout. We've got to get a stop. This is clutch. That was a clutch basket. Bronny is not in the game right now. He must be fouled out. We foul. I am going to look to see if he's fouled out. No, he hurt his shoulder. Bronny's hurt. They got to clutch up right now. Can he miss a free throw? He makes the first one. They're up by 2. 6.6 seconds left. If he misses this, we can call a timeout and get a 3 and win the game. But we've got to hope he misses this. Oh, he barely makes it. We call a timeout. Get the ball at half court. We have got to hit the 3. Put our best shooters in. You know, if we had Bronny right now, it would already been game. We inbound the ball. Don't drive. What are you doing? Kicks the ball out. Oh, we missed the game-tying 3. Well, we lose the game. Wait. Okay, I didn't save it, and we won the game. I didn't save it, and we won the game. Okay, I mean, the only reasonable thing we can do is we have to force the win for them. We lost to the 8 seed Grizzlies. That's crazy. Cam Boozer gets another ring. I do think he can get another ring with the Lakers, though. Or he didn't even get one, did he? He got one. I think he only got one with the Warriors. So he went down 4 overalls. He's a 91 overall. Jimmy Frank's a 93. They do have 590 overalls. So this is a pretty stacked team as well. This is definitely a 1 seed team, in my opinion. Boozer wins his 6th MVP. Absolutely balling. Bronny does not get on All-NBA. We do actually climb up and get the 1 seed. So we were the 4 seed at the trade deadline and then got the 1 seed. Do not choke another lead to the 8 seed. I will cry if that happens. All right. So we're back in the second round. We do actually play the Warriors this time. Not by some accidental save and quit. We're down 2-1. We're down 3-1. Man, we just can't get past any of these games with the Lakers. We lose 4-1. Warriors back in the finals. They end up winning the chip. Yeah, he might have honestly retired. I could definitely see him retiring this year. He didn't, though. Wemby does retire. He's 38. Yeah, he did not retire. I still think he has a couple years left on his contract, so I'll sim to that really quick. Okay, so Bronny is still on the Lakers. For a second, I thought he wasn't, but he dropped down to a 90 overall, which makes him the 5th best player on their team. So this team, I would officially like to say they are the Spurs that Bronny was on a couple years ago. When your whole starting 5 is a 90 overall, you are the Avengers, okay? There's an 89, 87, 86, 84, 83 overall on the bench. Crazy. This season is a failure if they do not win the chip. I mean, there's no other explanation. Also, something else I would like to point out. This is Bronny's last year on contract, so he might retire. And his contract is 1 year, $80 million. So are a lot of these guys. 1-year deals for three of their starters. So this is basically a win now year, and they really should. I mean, there's no reason they shouldn't. Tim Blair and his really nice mustache won MVP. He had 22. Coach of the year goes to the Warriors, but we get executive of the year. Bronny did not make any All-NBA. We get the 4 seed, so we didn't go up at all. We play the Clippers, Los Angeles rival, and we're up 3-0. We get the gentleman's sweep. We play the Warriors for the 3rd time in a row in the second round, except I hope a different result. They're up 2-1. We tie it, send it to game 5. They're up 3-2, and they win in 6. They face the Rockets in the conference finals. That might just be the last game you see of Bronny James Jr. Let's hope that he still wants to play until LeBron played, which is at least 42. No! Bronny James has officially retired at age 38. He had 31 years pro. That's probably a glitch. The most he ever averaged was 30 and a half, and he ended up with 5 rings, 1 MVP, 1 Finals MVP, 18 All-Star selections, 3 first-team All-NBAs, 3 second-team All-NBAs, and I want to say 1 third-team All-NBA. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and comment down, is this Bronny James a better version of LeBron, or is he still nowhere close? And HoopsX out.